with comedian Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So it was St. Patrick's Day yesterday, and that just flew past me. I didn't even fucking remember until I was coming back from the supermarket and drove past an Irish pub, and there was a bunch of Irish cunts in there, and fucking St. Paddy's Day. A good, solid drinking day. It was never my favourite day though. I can't remember having like a standout St. Patrick's Day. Like I always drank on St. Patrick's Day, but I never really needed that much convincing to drink, so it was just another day really. A bit of green in the air, a Guinness hat here and there. I had some good ones up in Bathurst. Everyone would hit the fucking town in Bathurst. But aside from that, you just get out there every St. Patrick's Day, try and find a couple of green-haired Irish lasses, and that's about it. Went out to the mechanics this morning. It's starting to get fucking expensive. We've got 2 cars. We need fucking 2 cars. You need them to run around the fucking kids, but Jesus Christ. With registration, with fucking pink slips, green slips, insurance and everything, you're talking like fucking about $4,000 a year per car just to stay on the road. That's without petrol and fucking servicing and all that sort of shit. It's a lot of fucking money. And we've got manual cars, like Japanese manual, a Honda and a fucking Mitsubishi, and they just never break down. So the expenses keep fucking piling up. I think this will be our last year in Sydney. I can't see us doing another full year next year in Sydney. It's become just about untenable. The 35 or 40% rent increase that we got this year kicks in next week. And to say I'm fucking not happy about it is an understatement. I don't even like Sydney. I fucking never liked Sydney. I mean, it's a beautiful place to the eye if you're standing on Sydney Harbour Bridge, or if you're looking over the harbour, it's nice. But if you're like 3 kilometres away from the bridge, or let's say, God forbid, 10, you might as well be in any other shitty place in the entire world. There's no difference. Once you get like 45 minutes out of Sydney, there's no difference between 45 minutes out of Sydney than 45 minutes fucking out of Melbourne or Adelaide. And you're paying a premium to live in Sydney to perhaps look at the harbour once a year. It's making much less sense now. And the rent is now comparable to like London, New York, Hong Kong, Singapore. So you're looking at Sydney's rent and you're looking at these places that I used to compare it. I would be like, I wouldn't mind moving to New York. And then you look at Sydney's rent and New York and you're like, fucking there's no chance. And now you look at it, you're like, it's comparable now. You could live in New York for the same price as you're paying for fucking Sydney. So I don't know. And here's the fucking kicker. We moved into this place we're living in now at the start of, when was it? 2021? Or 2022, I think it was 2022, just on the back end of COVID. There was no one looking, there was no backpackers, there was no students, there was no immigration. So they were trying to get rid of this fucking rental, and we got it. And since we moved in, it's gone up 50%. 50 fucking percent. But if we were to leave this place and get a comparable place, we would be paying another 25%. So this is still on the cheap end. And I'm talking for what you're paying now for this, it's not a lot. We took it because it was cheap and temporary. Now it's expensive and still cheap compared to other places. So when they inevitably jack it up again another 25% next year, I'm just having none of it. I'm like, fuck you. I'm out. And they won't give a fuck because they will jack it up 50%. Once we leave, they couldn't give a fuck. So I won't be doing that just out of principle. And I just don't like Sydney enough to stay. So the adventure could be back on next year. Who knows what's going on? There's a lot of fucking options on the table at the moment. but I think like around June next year, the Boyle will be fucking out of here. But that's a year away anyway. We're not even at Easter yet, but it's Monday, and you know what that means? It's Ask Boyle time. So if you have a question you would like answered by one of the greatest minds of the generation or any mind, then head to my website, boylecomedy.com. There's a section there for Ask Boyles. Put in your details, ask your question. I'll get to it. While you're at my website, you'll see a little orange button. That's the Patreon. How about you join up? Buy the Boyle a pint a month. You get access to the Degeni Diaries. Another one's coming out this Tuesday with my man, fucking Lachlan Watt. And also by subscribing to the Patreon, you can be one of the fucking interviewees. I can interview you. You can be the fucking star of the moment. So join the Patreon. Thank you to everyone who's been joining. Shout out to Davey PW. He's been a great supporter of the Boyle. He's been to a bunch of my shows. He came to Lazy Bones Comedy. He's an Impression Chamber fan. Just a great dude as well. Anyway, let's get to this week's Ask Boyle. So, this week's Ask Boyle was sent in by fucking Bazza. Bazza over there in Ireland. So, here's his question. Dear Boyle, or Boyle, do you think there is any correlation between you rising up from your funk of despair in terms of dwelling on the past and the increase in the price of Bitcoin, rather than any awakening you achieved in Peru? Just asking, Bazza. P.S. I was the guy who tried to warn you about those bad influences who got you kicked out of the janitor's cupboard at your Dublin gig. I remember. Well, fucking Bazza, you have come to the right place. Believe it or not, I feel very little when the Bitcoin price goes up or down or does anything. It really doesn't affect me at all, besides sort of like this nice feeling that I was kind of right. Like an affirming feeling that you were right. That's about it. It doesn't affect me because it's inevitable. It's just a time thing. It's just wait. I made all the hard decisions 2 years ago or 3 years ago whenever I got into Bitcoin. That's when it was difficult. That's when the hard decisions were made. Now it's all inevitable. So up, down, like it went down 6,000 or 7,000 like over the last couple of days. Absolutely nothing. Didn't feel a thing. When it hit its all-time high, nothing. If anything, and I promise you this, I would like it to dump like 90% so I can buy some more. I mean, I would buy it at $100,000 Bitcoin. I just mean if it went down 90%, you could get a good chunk. But Bitcoin doesn't change my mood at all. Something that does change my mood though, and over the last month has been fucking really energizing me, is the Patreon. People joining the Patreon. I didn't realize how affirming that is. And I think what it is I'd been saying I'm going to do these things for the Patreon so long, and I just hadn't done them. So it was sort of dragging me into a funk. Like, that's a big thing now. Like, don't say anything you're not going to do. It's a very dangerous thing to do because it really does fuck with everything. Like, I think that was also causing me to be dragged into a funk because you start thinking about one thing, then that pops up and you're like, I said I was going to do this, haven't done it, this is going down, everything. And it causes its own momentum in a negative direction. But since I started the Degeni Diaries and I have something to offer and I fucking think it's good, I think the Degeni Diaries are good. I think you can have just as interesting a conversation with just a random person off the street as you can with some intellectual or whatever, or a famous person. The famous people have like 1 billion podcasts they can go on. So if you choose anyone, who can you choose? Choose like a Jordan Peterson or something. He has his own podcast, and then he goes on the podcast tour and ends up doing about 20, 30, 40 podcasts. What fucking difference does it make if he's on my podcast? But having a direct conversation with someone who listens to my podcast, has gone through maybe the same sort of shit with drinking, and everyone's lived an interesting life in their own way as well. So I don't know, I'm finding that fucking cool. The Degeni Diaries have re-energized me, and people jumping on board the Patreon has energized me. And now I'm like, all right, that's where I want to put a lot of my focus, is building a small, well, it doesn't have to be small. It can be big. I mean, we can get fucking 10,000. Let's get 10,000 Patreons. But what I mean is, like, I can build something on the Patreon, have a closer connection with the people who are on it. I get an income from it, which I'm reinvesting into the podcast anyway. And everyone is happy with it. I'm happy doing it. The listeners seem to be happy listening. I don't know. I wish I'd done it a little bit earlier. It seems fucking stupid that I hadn't done it earlier, but I don't know. It seemed like one of those things that was going to be too hard to do, and I didn't think it would work. And it was just a lot of self-doubt and bullshit like that. So that's why I kept putting it off. And then eventually I was just in the funk so bad that I was like, I don't want to do anything. Fuck it all. I'll just do my podcast every day, and that's it. I don't give a fuck about any of it. But then I had the ayahuasca, and everything sort of like cleaned out from the ayahuasca. Then I was like more positive about everything. I'm like, all right, I'll start the Degeni Diaries. It doesn't matter if it fails. Who gives a fuck if it fails? It'll be cool just to speak to people. So the ayahuasca definitely played a part in the like uptick in the mood, because I think if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have started the Degeni Diaries. I don't know. I think it all sort of helps. Once you're sort of building momentum in a positive direction, every like little thing you sort of do adds to the momentum. Momentum's a huge thing in any direction. That's why I'm going to be very careful from now on about what I say I'm going to do, because the negative effects of saying I'm going to do something and not doing them are very fucking profound. They weigh like an anchor around you and stop you from moving. So from now on, as best as I can, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to fucking do it. And as I've matured and got a little bit older anyway, I have kept an eye on that a bit more. Anyway, fucking, that's how I'm feeling. The Bitcoin fucking doesn't do shit for my day-to-day mood. It does open up the future though. So having the Bitcoin and knowing you can access it in 20 years time, and it's something secure. It's not going to be taken away from you. The government can't touch it. They're not going to inflate it. It's secure. It's something fucking tangible that you've got in your fucking hand, and you can rely on it. It opens up everything in the present and into the future, because now you can take risks. Like I was saying to my wife last week or the week before, I was like, now that like we've put all our money into Bitcoin and we're not touching it, not only are we broke in the present, but the future, we could be broke as well. No, I was like, well, we don't have to worry about the future. We just need to worry about now. And in the present now, we can take bigger risks because we have that we can fall back on in 15, 20 years, whatever. So anything in the next 15, 20 years, while we still have like energy and we're not old and we're not fucking falling apart, we can do whatever the fuck we want. It doesn't matter. We can fail, we can succeed. It doesn't matter, because in the end,
we have that thing at the end of it. So we have freedom to take big risks now. So I was like saying to her, I'm like, if you want to start a restaurant, because she's a really fucking great cook and she's always wanted to start a restaurant, I was like, just fucking quit your job and start a restaurant. Like, it doesn't matter if it fails. She won't fail, by the way, but she just needs to be pushed into starting. And now I can convince her to start because it fucking doesn't matter if it fails. That's the magic of fucking Bitcoin. It really does free you. So anyway, thank you for the question, Bazza. Thank you for the warning as well. Those boys were fucking bad influences. Good lads though, good young lads. Anyway, that'll do it for today, and I'll see ya the fuck later.